Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I just read a great work by Guy Haley and it's pretty good. So basically, this is Dante, but then for everyone's favorite tech heretic, Belisarius Cawl. It follows Cawl, Alpha Primus, and Felix Decimus, and some extras as they descend down a large and mysterious blackstone construction during the Indomitus era. Some might be familiar with the planet as this takes place on Sotha, and the blackstone construction is located within Pharos. Anyway, during their mission they are frequently plagued by intrusive visions of their past, during which they enter an almost catatonic state while the events of their past play out once more. Furthermore, there's also a plotline with the size of the Emperor, but that had very little to do with anything else and was overall pretty dumb. Basically, they are on some secret mission, they split up from the main characters, and after a while even the book realizes that no one cared and the storyline isn't continued any further. A bit of a downside of this book, as it dilutes the main storyline and could have just as well have been left out. Regardless, the big highlight of this novel is Belisarius Cawl. Cawl is some sort of weird mixture between Rick Sanchez, Dr. House and Gilliman. On one hand, he's an irresponsible tech heretic and an absolute pain in the ass for everyone around him. Yet on the other hand, he's also a genius who wants to save the Imperium from damnation and is willing to do whatever it takes. Here this translates into a wonderfully sassy and hyper-competent tech wizard with a flair for being overly dramatic. No joke, Cawl is quite the experience in this novel, and after reading this book there's definitely a good chance he will be one of your new favorite characters. The book moreover also explores how he became the way he is via these intrusive memory attacks. This is great because it not only shows that he's much less of a Mary Sue as many believe him to be, but it also adds quite some emotional depth to him, which really fleshes out his character. I especially like the reason why he calls all of his servants QVO. I won't spoil it here, but it's really cute. Final point about Cawl, he treats Felix, one of Gilliman's chosen leaders of Ultramar, as a father would treat a little boy, which is just absolutely hilarious, so an extra bonus point for patronizing the Ultrasmurfs. Unfortunately, the rest of the characters weren't so great however. Alpha Primus is interesting, but his suffering and personality aren't really explored much. Felix works great as a bouncing board with Belisarius, and he does have some funny moments, but overall he really is just another bland Ultrasmurf. And then yeah, there are quite some nice characters in Call's memories, but we only see these characters for a couple pages, after which we just return to the present again. I did also quite like the Xenos in this novel, but I can't talk much about who they are without spoilers. I mean, if you know what happened to the sides, then you already know half of it, and also they're exploring a Blackstone complex, so again big hints as to who they face. But yeah, these mysterious Xenos of unidentifiable species were written quite nicely, and seeing Cawl go full Pokemon trainer on them was really cool. Finally, I should say that the overall plot was pretty decent as well. The memories help to contextualize the current events and work with them quite nicely. The side story is a bit of a distracting sidetrack, but still the overall story remains a fun adventure story with plenty of action and surprises. Altogether, the great work gets 4 to 5 QVOs. It's a great character exploration of Belisarius Cawl with some interesting lore reveals and a lot of humor. Conversely, the side plot seems to go nowhere and some of the characters were a bit flat. But still, I do recommend this book for most 40k fans as Cawl more than makes up for it. Anyway, that was all I got for you today.
If you liked this video, please consider subscribing and click ringing the bell to appease the Great Horned Rat. For more lore content, please check my main channel and leave any book recommendations in the comments down below. I gotta get back to reading the next book.